Okay, guys, let's try to get to this video kind of quickly because it is about to like storm outside and the thunder's already thundering. So I don't want it to get really dark in here, but I do have the questions here for the mid-year book freakout tag, I think it's what it's called. So number one is best book you've read so far. So for that one, there was a couple of books that I liked, but I think the only five-star, like actual five-star that I've read has been Always Remember The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, the Horse, and the Storm by Charlie Mackesy. Yeah. So this book was a five-star for me. I read it at Barnes and I was like, I need it. So I had to get it. It was just so beautiful. It says one day you'll look back and realize how hard it was and just how well you did. It's such a good book for those who struggle with like their mental health, and like it's done in like a childish way, but it's like just so simple and so beautiful. Like it really comes through as like one of like the most like sensible books. I honestly love this book so much. I think it's great. I think if you struggle with anxiety, pick up the first one and this one. I do have both books because they're just great. So yes, this is the best book I've read so far this year. It's amazing. It's honestly written like this, so it's nothing like intense, crazy out of this world, but it's a beautiful, beautiful book, I promise you. The second one is the worst book you've read so far this year, so I don't own it anymore, and it's Atomic Habits. I don't even know who wrote it. I read it, but I didn't care for it. Like I don't feel like for me at least that's not a way of building habits, and I wasn't vibing with it, and that's okay. We don't have to love every book that we read. I know a lot of people love that book. A lot of people felt like they built habits because of that book. I was not one of those people. Not me, but that's totally okay. The next one is the best sequel you've read so far, and I think the best sequel. Ooh, is it gonna fall? Yeah, it did. That's fine. The best sequel that I've read so far this year is Enchantra by Kaylee Smith. This is the second book in Phantasma, and I love this book. I gave it 4.5 stars. It was just honestly so amazing, so great, and so much fun. It is different than Phantasma, but it is also like still like that game going on, and you have to try to win to be able to get like something at the end. Um, I love it. I love these books. They're just so much fun. The male main characters are always so helpful and so nice and so kind. Like, don't get me wrong, Rowan at first was kind of like standoffish and like all of that, but he was just, I love that man. I love that man. Just saying, just putting it out there. So, it was a great, great second book, if that makes sense. The next question is the worst sequel you've read so far. Honestly, there wasn't like an actual answer for this one. I just chose Spectacular um from the Caraval series, which is a novella, just because it was a novella, but there hasn't been a sequel where I've hated. I think that book was also just like 3 stars. But I think out of the ones that I've read, it was the most like unnecessary one, I guess you can say, but in no way, shape, or form was that like a 2 star, 1 star, or anything. It was a 3 star. It was just not my favorite out of the ones I've read. Thankfully, the sequels that I've read have all been, pretty good, pretty okay at least. So it wasn't anything crazy, insane, or anything. The next question is a new release that you haven't read yet, but you want to read. And that is Our Perfect Storm by Carly Fortune. So I've been wanting to read this book because I loved One Golden Summer, and this was the May book of the month. So I got it in my birthday month, and I'm like just excited to read it. It's a fun summary book, I'm assuming. I think it's like best friends to like not enemies, but like estranged to like back to friends to lovers. And I'm just like excited to read the book. I loved One Golden Summer so much. I did read all of her other books. The rest were okay, but One Golden Summer was so good that I'm like, this one's gonna eat. Like it has to eat, especially since One Golden Summer was her latest book before she released this one this year. But I'm excited to pick it up and just see where life takes us. You know what I mean? With this, where are we going with it? But I am really excited to read the book. I haven't heard the greatest of things about it, so I'm a little bit apprehensive about it, but I am still going to read the book and give it a fair shot. This one is a most anticipated release for the second half of the year. So I don't know when exactly you're gonna watch this video, but I'm filming it June 23rd. So for me, it has not come out yet. When you watch this video, it could have come out, and it's Heartstopper Volume 6. I am so excited and so distraught at the same time because apparently that's going to be the last book in the series, and I'm like, why? Why? Just write forever. Like, just write forever, and I will be buying them forever because they're so good. And I honestly genuinely love those books. They're just so beautifully written, so beautifully like illustrated. They're graphic novels, by the way, if you didn't know. The show is so beautiful. Alice just she ate with it. And like I love Nick and Charlie. Nick and Charlie are the standard. I'm sorry, they just are to me. And the next one is Biggest Surprise of the Year, which I also do not have this book. It's a novella. It's called Memento, which is a novella for the Illuminae files. And honestly, it caught me off guard because I gave a novella, 4 stars. Was it 4 stars or 5 stars? I think it was 4 stars. But it was such a good novella. I feel like it added a lot to the story. I feel like sometimes novellas are just there, like A Court of Frost and Starlight or whatever, just to like add, like give you like a glimpse of like something like them at Christmas time and stuff like that. Just like Spectacular from Caraval. But Memento was like a prequel novella. So like how did that happen? How did we get there? Like how did the AI have its own like mind? Like it was just so good. Like honestly, I'm surprised that a novella was that good because they're usually not that good, if that makes sense. You know? Like they don't have enough pages to have like a juicy story. But anyway. Okay, so favorite new author or debut author for me, she's not a debut author, but she was new to me. It's Ashley Poston. I read The 7 Year Slip, and now I want to read the rest of her books, or like as much as I can, just because it was so good. It was so creative. Like, who would have ever thought about that? Like, making an apartment where like it could just take you back 7 years. Like, how? But just while you're in that apartment, once you leave, you're back in like your regular time, and it's just insane. And the person can remember you from 7 years ago. I'm just saying, that's pretty freaking crazy. So I think that's like so creative, and it was such a good book. I think I gave it 4 or 4.5 stars. I really enjoyed it. So I do really want to go and look into her other books. All of the other authors I've read, I've known for a while and have read previous books from them. So she was the only new one, but she was the only one that like really stood out to. Like I was just like, it's so good. Then we have newest fictional crush, and I think of all the books that I've read this year, like my crush is Rowan. Rowan Silver. It did start off as like enemies to lover, and I feel like they were like enemies in a sense, but like he was so like standoffish, but like still cared. You know what I mean? Even from the beginning, he's like, you shouldn't be here. And then he's like, I did that because I didn't want this to happen to you or whatever. And I was just like, yes, Rowan. Yes. And I love it. But I love the way Kylie Smith writes her men. I also love Blackwell from Phantasma. So good, so great, so perfect. Love it. Love him. Love Rowan too. I think if I would have read Phantasma this year, I read it in December, like last week. Blackwell would have been like my new one, and Rowan too. But like Rowan, like I love them. I literally love them. They're so good. Okay, then I have a book that made you cry. I haven't cried with any book, but the one that got me like more so teary-eyed is Always Remember the Boy, the Mole, the Fox, the Horse, and the Storm. Just because I read it when I had a lot of anxiety. Like I was at the bookstore and I just wanted to read, and I was like, I can't focus on any of my books, like on an actual like book. And I picked this one up because I did love the first book and I needed it. I felt so seen, so heard, so understood, so like not alone. So it did like get me teary eyed. I didn't cry, and I haven't cried over a book. It's very hard for me to cry over a book, but this one just honestly, like I said, if you struggle with anxiety, please read it, or any mental health struggle, but like especially anxiety. It was so good. Anxiety and depression. I feel like this is like your book. You need it because I needed it. I read it and I was like, I need to buy this ASAP because it's just so good. So please, please do yourself the favor. And if you struggle with your mental health, pick up this book. It'll honestly take you like not even 30 minutes to finish it. but it will just feel like a breath of fresh air. So just do that. The thunder is getting serious. Let's see. The next one is, what book made you happy? And for that one, I'm picking The Wrath of the Triple Goddess. I don't feel like any book like made me like ecstatic or anything, but this book made me happy because we got to see Percy, Annabeth, and Grover again, and I love them. I love them. They're like the original three, and I love them. I don't know if you guys can hear the thunder. It's getting louder, but it's just so good. The books, these are not as good as the original series because the original series was more high stakes. It was like saving, like legitimately saving the world from destruction. These are just him trying to get like a letter to like get into college, like a recommendation letter, which the third book should have been out, I feel like. I don't know when Rick Riordan is gonna release it, Uncle Rick, but these two books are so good. Like, just being back with the gang is what makes me happy. You know what I mean? Even if the story was just like a fun 3-star story, just being back with the gang. And Percy's humor is just top tier. Top tier. Okay, so then the next one is the most beautiful book you've bought this year. And I don't feel like I've bought that many like beautiful books this year because I've been trying not to buy that many books. And like a couple of them did have like cute stuff, but I feel like none of them are crazy. But I think if I had to pick one, it would be The Fairway Inn, just because it looks very pretty and it's very much filled with like plants and stuff, very colorful. So I like it. I enjoy it. Um, I think she's beautiful, and it's like a beautiful little inn, and it's a magical inn, so we just love it. But I feel like she's stunning, but she's not insanely crazy. I think if it would have been a book that I bought last year, or if I would have bought this book this year, it would have been the Grim and Aro book from Alex Astor, because that book is beautiful. But yeah, we have The Fairway Inn though. She is still stunning, but she's not the most like whoa book out there, but I did love it. And the last one is, what books do you still need to finish by the end of the year? And I chose two books. The first one is The Iliad by Homer because I have already started it, and it's also in my 10 classics to read this year. So like I said, I've already started it, so my goal is to complete it because I did want to read it before the Odyssey came out. Like, I wanted to read the Iliad and the Odyssey before it came out, but it's not gonna happen at this point. But I do want to finish the Iliad this year. I'll feel so accomplished once I've actually finished it that it'll just be like perfect, you know? And then also in like a similar vein, I want to finish Wuthering Heights by not Charlotte Bronte, Emily Bronte. I am only on page 58 or 59, so not that far into it, but I do want to finish it. Every time I go back into it, I'm so confused because in the movie it was so different that like I regret watching the movie. Just because I'm like literally so confused most of the time. But I am enjoying it, and like I said, I am in the middle of it, and it's part of my 10 books to read this year, so I'm just like excited to like figure out like what's happening here. Like, really, how did it happen? But yeah, those are the books that I really, really want to get to. Obviously, there's so many books that I want to get to. I would love to get to my whole TBR. That's obviously not going to happen. I cannot read 280 books in the half of the year that we have left, but we can try to read as many as we can in the half of the year that we have left. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Also, let me know the answer to these questions down below. We can just have a little conversation. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Bye.